Welcome everybody, welcome to the JJA Show, the show of Saturday evening. Saturday's own live talk show here on YouTube. Um, Welcome everybody for joining in, and I hope you're having a good time, everybody. Um, if you're just tuning in, let me know what you're doing at home, how you're watching this show. I really would like to know that at this moment. Are you having a drink, or are you having um, are you having guests over? Are you watching this show maybe with your guests? Are you preparing yourself to go to a night on the city? I don't know. Just you tell me. Because remember one thing, the GTA show is called the Jan-Jaap show actually. It's funny if the show's named to me. The show is actually uh, your show. And what do I mean with this? Well, as you've noticed, this is live and you can join in the conversation over our live chat and via the live chat, sorry about that. You can join in and ask me any kind of questions. Hey, JJ, what do you think about this? Or um, should this be done different? Or hey, have you heard this? This happened this week. Or if you want to tell a story about what happened in your week, this is as I told you, this is your show. We'll be there for a whole hour. We have a lot of topics to talk about, so let's top it off. As first of all, before the voting in Holland, something very disgusting happened. The dictator and a socialist, Erdogan, who I'll be honest, I just say it like this. I see him as a dangerous threat in this whole world. I believe he can beat the new Hitler, if I may be honest. That's why JJA Sports also had decided, JJA Sports Studio has decided, no, not whatsoever, publish any more news from Turkey. So if there's about Turkish football, sorry about that, guys. We're not going to talk about it anymore. Till the ban is actually till Erdogan has apologized towards whole Europe and especially towards Holland, his bad behavior, because I think it is pure anti-social. I think it's even the wrong kind of populism. The kind of populism we had in 1940, that you call out a country, you are that, you are a Nazi country. In what way is Holland a Nazi country? The problem is, what I'm having is, and I'll be honest about this, I'm South-Dutch, all right? And I've grown in Rotterdam. So what happened this week is actually, it hurted me a lot, as I may say so. And it actually, yeah, I don't know, it hurt in my heart, and it happened before again and again and again. It keeps on. And also what's been writing over on the social media, I think it's utterly disgusting. Listen, I'm living in Denmark, and yes, I'm Dutch citizen. My heart will always stay orange. But in the Never Ever Sunday, I'll be running with a Dutch flag over the streets here in Denmark. I won't do that because I have the respect towards the people who are grown up here, the Danish people, that I do. But those Turkians, with all their hammering on their horn in their car till 3-4 o'clock in the night, running around with Turkish flags, and then on social media, Holland is a shit country, this is shit, that is shit, this is shit, everything is shit, 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 shit. And I have then something, okay, you're writing about the country you live in. And then I have something, I'm wondering something. If you are really like this, if you think in the country you live in and everything is shit and everything is so wonderful about Turkey, and you're running around with the Turkish flag, I ask something, what the hell are you doing then in Holland? If you are not feeling comfortable in the country, but you rather see everything so good about Turkey, go live in Turkey. It's that simple. You don't say you have to go, but we're thinking maybe about you. Because if you have it so shit here, then leave. No one's forcing you to stay. That is my opinion. And then to start running and threatening journalists and saying that everything is filtered on the news, trust me guys, everything here on JJA Sports Studio, there's no filter on it. I'm also going sitting on YouTube and using the word and language I like. Maybe YouTube is not always fond of it, but I come actually out with the truth. I'm not a racist. I don't say you have to leave because you're from another culture or background. No, but guys, if I didn't feel well living in Denmark and I miss my country so much and actually everything is good about Holland and so terrible in Denmark, I would also leave. It's that simple. So think about it that way. And if you, the case is, and that Erdogan is self-done. He even admitted. He went in to say, you're allowed to publish that, you're allowed to publish that, you're not allowed to publish that, you're not allowed to publish that. That Hitler also did. Sorry, I learned that in my history books, on history lessons. And it was not my favorite teacher subject on school, I'll be honest. You know, my history teacher was such a slow head, you know, was a little bit like, you have to think about that, yeah, I'll get back to you. And then in the end of the year, come back to you. And so, no, he was a great guy, you know, I don't want to slater him totally. But, you know, he was sometimes a little bit like, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the right thing was that Hitler was actually saying what you have to write. Then you come to another country saying they're doing that, while that actually happened into your country you love so much. That is there, if it happens there, that doesn't mean directly in Holland also happens it. You just shout it out, but you don't have any proof. That's actually, they call that in legal terms, slander. In Holland, I can guarantee you, there's freedom of speech and freedom of journalism. There is no Erdogan in Holland. The problem is Erdogan is throwing that around to go bigger, to get more votes, and become a dictatorship. That's all he wants. Because if you think about it, he, after that coup in Turkey, what he did, he directly voted judges who didn't have anything to do with it, people who fought for human rights, all those people he throws in jail. About the criminals on the street. And he's blaming someone else. Those signs, what he's doing, is that he did it himself. You think, yeah, but why would he attack himself? Well, to come over as this big hero. And if we go back in history, and yes, I know I go back to the Second World War now a lot. But what did Hitler do? He said, hey, I'm going to give you a lot of work, because at the time in 1930, if you look at history, whole Europe was in so much terrible economic crisis. There was no work, everybody was suffering. He said, I'm going to give you work. He built factories. The German people got work, they got money. And they were building totally control infrastructure, factories being built. What factories? Weapon factories. That he didn't say. He did that to, he had a lot of hatred towards Jews. And that's what his main goal. And that is the same thing Erdogan is doing today. And that's why he is similar into his actions what Hitler did. And he's making him a dictatorship. That's what it's about. And people, it's not that I have something from people against Turkey, but if you're starting demolishing people or attacking the authorities, slandering, and for no reason whatsoever. I mean, take Geert Wilders. He was also not welcome in England. Did you see the Dutch people in London riot with flags and attacking the police and beating them up? No. Okay, whatever. Okay, we continue. That's what I'm saying. And that behavior, what you show with your flags and your duting and beating up journalists and trying to beat up the police, that is wrong. If you do that, and you go to jail, or you get the fuck out of the country if you don't want to be there anymore. And that's what I'm saying. And then you can call me a populist and can call me racist, but just think about your motives. Who started? We don't. We said you're only not welcome. So be it. And understand if that was due to why she was not welcome, due to what Erdogan said, nothing else. So who's here to blame? Anyway, I'm skipping a little bit further in politics. I know it's a little bit boring start of the day, guys. You know, if you are watching the show and you have something to say or your opinion, always welcome to say it. And I don't mind. I really don't mind. If you're having a drink to the show, let's write it over the chat what you're drinking at this moment. That's always funny to know. Me myself, I'm just having a cola at the moment, so I'm just having a really relaxed Saturday evening after the show. I think I'll go watch a movie or so, or maybe play a game, or I really don't know. So if you want to share with also what you're going to do on Saturday evening, also welcome to do this over the live chat here on JJA Live Tube here on YouTube, youtube.com/JJA Live Tube. All right, you can join into the fun, into our Saturday evening. Anyway, the voting happened, and the funny part is what I was laughing actually about it. The Danish news thought it was so funny that they liked the Dutch language so much, so they thought we're going to talk about the Dutch voting in Dutch. You know, guys, I'll be honest. A lot of towards my colleagues at TV2 News, you know, you didn't do so bad. I could actually follow you what you were saying on Dutch. It sounded funny, you know. It sounded like you had a drink or two, but hey, guess what? It's Saturday evening. Relax. So in the fun return, the Dutch thought it was so funny. They did the news. Especially, I think it was the news for kids. Actually, they did a news block about in Danish. Now I don't want to be harsh on Dutch again. I thought, what the fuck are they saying? I mean, you know, my Danish is not that good. I'll be honest. You know, for now I have my accent, but that. I don't know what that was. Well, that was certainly not Danish, but you know, everybody in Denmark laughed about it, and everything thought it was a good idea. They could understand the humor in it. So, you know, I have a challenge for everybody at home. If you live in Denmark and you meet tonight on the street someone from Holland, say hi to him in Dutch, all right? You say goeiedag, all right? It says goeiedag. Just go up to him if he hears Dutch, give him a hand to say goeiedag. And if you are living in Holland and you see somebody from Denmark, go up to him, give him a hand and say, go aften. You know, let's do this for fun. See, if you're watching and you've done it and you got a reaction, please let me know in the comment box. I really would like to know how your reaction was, how your I'm wondering, they probably start talking Danish to the Danish in Holland start talking Danish to the Dutch and other way around. But then just, you know, one thing about the Dutch, it's they know a lot of languages, so they're very international based. So if you only know German, no issue. If you know English, then also no issue. I know Dutch is a little bit difficult, so the Danes are also very good international. So I think it's due to they're both so similar in that way. We are small what's it called? Small countries, and yeah. But because if you now, for example, go to England, with all due respect, I mean, they just know English. That's the funny part. They learn German, what I heard, and Spanish and all the things, not French. But trust me, how many people from England, or it doesn't matter, if you speak another language, with all due respect, or for that matter, the Americans. Now, I don't want to insult Americans if there's an American here in the chat, but you know, if you're from America, I would like to know. And besides Spanish, that doesn't count because a lot of states are just talking Spanish. Do you know actually any other foreign language than just Spanish? Okay, so maybe German, French, Italian, and no, that doesn't count if you're Italian, you know, Italian. Yeah, duh. No, something you learned on school. I really would like to actually know that. How is actually America doing with the international languages? So, because I'm actually curious a little bit about that matter. I have some American friends, but trust me, they Dutch like hoekapookeloek, and the same for the Danish. So that doesn't matter. Yeah. Now we're going to talk a little bit about wrestling, and actually, there's not been so much news till yesterday. And I posted it at the header. My videos went nuts, totally nuts, actually, to be quite honest. Let's be honest about one thing. In the first 15 minutes, I never had so many views. Yeah, it went totally nuts. And good for us, of course, because you know there is Google AdSense on, so it became a little bit commercial. But it's of course terrible what happened with Paige. And if you don't think, well, who's Paige? And I don't follow wrestling. Okay, Paige is a young, I think she's 24, 25 years old. She's from Britain, from North Britain. She's coming from a wrestling family, and she's a little bit gone potty. Let's say that when she broke through in the women's division in the WWE, she thinks she's like the Mariah Carey in the music scene. All right, and now what happened? Her account got hacked, and some nude pictures were of her released, and nude films or something. I'm wondering if that with her boyfriend Alberto Del Rio. I don't want to see him naked, dude. Ew. Yeah. Okay, if you're gay, I understand that if you want to see that, but I have no information about that. I'll be honest about it. No, I feel a little bit sorry for Paige though, because you know you're having that done to you. that your personal pictures are getting spread on the internet. And I'll be honest, I had to go through it myself. No, I'm not my naked pictures. Don't worry, they're safe. They're not anywhere. There are none. Thank God for that. I had a woman who'd been married to an ex-wife, and if you've been watching, by the way, the longer the show on this, then you know what I'm talking about. The bitch from hell, so we'll call her. En met Susanne Olsen. And she spread my address over the internet and wrote comments that didn't fit. Put pictures of my private home on the internet, told where to go, and told people to beat me up. I think if you do that kind of shit, you know, you're really sick in the head. And in that matter, I feel for Paige. I really do. Because in that matter, that what that happened to you, I think that if you do that kind of shit, you're really far out. And if who'd have done that really, and I said it also about my ex-wife, and everybody agrees on that matter, you know, get your head checked out. And well, my ex-wife was already determined she should be laying in mental hospital at that point. So, yes, a little bit personal info, you know, and I always keep actually my personal life mostly from the internet. But just to make an assumption why I feel so sorry for Paige at this moment, because I can understand her. And Paige, if you're seeing this video, if you're seeing me right now, you're looking at this video, I have a personal message for you. I support you in every way under how you feel. I really do. I feel sorry for you. And I just hope this gets solved and that the guy gets caught, and somehow that you can overput it. And you know, I know you'll probably be scorned by life, because I am that also what my ex-wife did there. And from that personal matter, I hope that you're feeling, that you can walk away and put your head up high and say, you know, I'm better than this. You know, I'm still Paige. And that matter, if you could do that, you have the uttermost mostly respect from me. Trust me. And if you're watching Paige this, I don't know. I will try to mail you. I will send you this video to watch you. If you're feeling ever to come live on the show, you're always welcome to do so, and to have a chat about it. If you feel like it, you're more welcome. Also, that you can make your public statement and others. That you're more than welcome. So if you ever hear this, I will tweet you this video for you later on. Because I feel for you, girl. I really do. And that is my personal opinion. And I would like to ask also my viewers, how do you have it with Paige? What happened to her? I really would like to know. Because I think that's all that also for her giving a little bit like, yes, I got support, and I think she really deserves it in this matter. Moving on from that, of course, the draw for the second round for the quarterfinals in the Champions League. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the quarterfinals. I really do. Juventus, Barcelona, Bayern München, Real Madrid. That match, you know, the last one, I'm going to need a lot of popcorn, a lot of drinks to that, and a lot of fun. The problem is I probably have to go after that doing a live feed. So that's going to be the aftermath of. And I'll bet you it will be very good scene. And yeah. I lost my lineup. I go totally blind. You know, black for my eyes at the moment. You know, Even yes, I have my sunglasses on, but I need that for the light because I'm looking into the light. Um, it's an age thing, I think. That you sometimes have something, and you go totally like, whoa. um, Guys. Moving on from this, because I'm really going a little bit black for my eyes, guys, and that's not of course because I still have an half hour. I have actually a lot of topics here. Actually, I want to talk about with you guys. It is though so funny, if you're looking at such a drawing. I was looking at, and there stands this little. I forgot about his name. He's the State General of the UEFA. He's such a little man, and he stands there. I don't know what he took or something. Does he take some Valium before he goes on camera? Because he was, he had his hands. He was totally laying his hand onto the on the desk. You could see his fingers. If you see like this, the rest of his body is totally stiff. So I'm wondering, is he on getting some Valium drum or something? Because I was wondering, I was looking at it, and what was oh my God. And it just noticed to me, his fingers, just go on YouTube and see if you could find a video very close up to his face. And you can still see the desk and the video. See how much he's shaking, that guy. I can understand, I'm nervous. He's nervous. I'm just sitting here because I don't have a big audience anyway, so I don't give a fuck. Unless this video explodes again. You never know nowadays. No. I think, if I'm being honest, that guy is not used to. He's been there before, so that's actually wrong. Before, I think he's not somebody who likes to stand in front of the camera, but due to his job, he has to. I was watching that, and he was already shaking at 12 o'clock when the Champions League draw was, and then at 1 o'clock he had to go for the UEFA European leg. And I noticed one thing, and I don't know why I was looking at his fingers. Don't get me wrong, but I just noticed it. And his shaking was not so terrible as 12 o'clock, but at 1 o'clock was more like, my God, they really had to, put some nails through his hands or something just to keep his hands not shaking. It really looked silly. And he was first standing so still, like, for a whole 15 minutes. Now, I can't do that. I really don't. Just notice it. And yeah, but it could all be something, age. I mean, he didn't look the youngest. I think he's somewhere in his 50s. And he's such a little man, and I always laugh if I see him. I don't know why. I think he's such a little man who, he comes out. I'm the biggie, but he's such a little man, and if you really look after 5-10 minutes, you can see him. Am I really, this big function? Am I really, showing it off that I'm this big man in this organization? Infantino, on the other hand, he was doing it like, I'm going for it. I'm here. That's who's now the boss of FIFA. The total bald guy. I don't know what this little man is. If you know his name, please let me know. But I don't see him actually, going further in his career. I don't think he will one day become the big boss of the UEFA or the FIFA. maybe Barbados or something, you know, that could easily be. No, but I think he has a nice job there, and does the draw very well. His English is not particularly good, but yeah. It is always funny if you see some people on television and how they react. Just notice that. Just you can see actually how nervous they are, and you don't have to watch them in the face because they're already so stoned. They know that they have to keep still. Just look at the hands. I learned that a lot on. There you can see if somebody's really nervous or what. And that was obvious. I mean, he was shaking so much. I'm like, oh, you know, that terrible it was. Okay, that was a little bit, you know, over the top. I mean, you know, no, I'm not going that way because then I've been actually a little bit too much again. Sorry about my. Oh, I have a little bit. Yeah. You know, I should actually also talk a little bit about tennis. I've noticed actually, especially on Google Plus, what happens is when we have an article finished, we place it over social media. We place it in our Facebook page of JJA Sports Studio. On depends if it's football, we also place it into a discussion group on the page. But we place those on Google Plus, and a lot of people I always notice that they always on very almost every tennis article we're talking about are always spread around a lot there. I like that, guys. You know, keep on with that. You know, for those people who do that at Google Plus, I want to do a shout out to you. Thank you so much for doing that. You really appreciate it from the side. And by the way, if you are on Facebook or you are, the case is with Facebook, I don't get any notification. I just get it on Google Plus. So there's a little bit item. But if you see an article and you really want to help us out, do share them. Share our videos. It really helps us out because we can move on from that. And for that matter, it is, yeah, let us grow. We're getting more traffic, and more traffic gives us more exposure. And with that exposure, our you know, our commercials and such being more shown, we get more money. With that money being invested doing interviews and etc. Expand the site, everything. So thank you so much for doing that. And the case is, I'll be honest, I don't talk so much about tennis. There's also no tennis show because I'll be frankly honest about it. I have nothing against tennis. And some matches I even like. I have a lot of respect for Karolina Wozniacki, who is from Odense. The case is, if I look at a tennis match, it's just, there is something about it that, I don't know. I find it interesting to see. I do watch some matches, I do, but the tennis has changed. And that I'm wondering actually about it. If you look at the females, they directly have to be photo models, and the guys are sometimes a little bit arrogant over the talk. Just saying. And I have something that's great, but you're there to play tennis, aren't you? It's you're not come there to show off your booty. I mean, you know, it's great to see them in that way. You know, I can't understand it in a way, but I don't know. Is it just me, or are those tennis players a little bit like sometimes a little bit over themselves. Yeah, how do you call that? Now, you know what I'm saying, right? And I would like to publish more news, but it's very limited what we're getting in news. So my apologies for that, but we're trying our best. Talking about the Indian Wells, some major shock happened already in the first round. Murray was already out in the first round. And Kyrgios, who had to play against Ferrer, he said, well, food poisoning, I stopped just before his match. I mean, what is the guy? Where did the guy go to? McDonald's? I'm just saying. You know, I'll be almost no. I don't want to be negative about McDonald's. I've been there sometimes in my life. Right? It's not my favorite joint. I'll be honest. If you eat there something, 15 minutes, you're hungry then. But it's nice if you have to eat something, you get something in your stomach. It is great solution. But it's not the best food, guys. And for the money you have to pay for it, let's be honest. But yeah, how do you say this? If I go to McDonald's, and I'll be honest about that, is that just yeah, it's not the best, you know. But one thing I can say about McDonald's, is when I eat in there, I never got sick. I never been sick of the food from McDonald's. Trust me. And I can say from my private life, actually, I owe the gratitude of thanks to McDonald's, but that's very personal, and I keep that to myself. For that matter, I'm trying also to get arranged is, yeah, you know, if you're sitting there at McDonald's, the only thing it is, the funny part I always notice here in McDonald's, if you see McDonald's, everybody's sitting on their laptop or on their telephone because they're free Wi-Fi. Problem is there's a lot of danger going around on that, with, you know, being tapped off or, you know, all that kind of shit. Yeah. So coming back to Kyrgios, I'm wondering what he ate because of food poisoning, or he just had stomach flu. You know, I don't know, but Kyrgios, he is a little bit. If I see him or read the news about, he comes a little bit over as an arrogant jerk. I'll be honest. And I'm nothing personal against him. It's just if I read the news telex and I go ahead with the articles, it sounds like, yeah, my God, seriously. But I can understand if he really had food poisoning, I can understand the contents, because even though, with respect, they have to use a lot of energy for what is it, match 2-3 hours. So you know, it's not done in 15 minutes or something. So there's a lot of conditioning involved, and I respect that. I can understand that you really have to have a good condition, and I respect your intent. So there lays a lot of respect for me, because my condition is shit. Well, we're 40 minutes in the show, so if you're always welcome to please join in. Scratching my head a little bit, sorry about that. You know, what I also felt a little bit sorry for is that guy from Mozambique today in football. And I got a message in late night, and I thought to myself, poor guy. Because what happened is that guy was an amateur football. He loved football. that was the only thing he had. The people in Mozambique, they're poor. They don't have much. He could play football. He had that gift. And he was doing everything about it. Went up running, and then he got eaten by a crocodile. I understand the way of nature, but he was only 19, and that I really feel sorry for those people there in Mozambique, his family, his friends, and God, this is getting a little bit depressive show, isn't it? That was actually not my point. This show is actually about having a little bit of fun, laugh, having a good time. Anyway, to give a little prop up, I noticed that this night my buddy Noah Donish is going to be live with his show live, 3 o'clock Central European time this night. So I think I tune in. So Noah hears this. If you want to talk with me over the chat, I'll be there. I'm wondering who's going to be more live dealing on this matter. It's a little bit quiet show tonight. I'll be honest, and yeah. And that, for that matter, is yeah. So what's happening next week? Well, if I'm correctly, they're starting slowly preparing for the practice matches with international teams, and World Cup qualifying matches are coming up in football. Of course, of wrestling. We're slowly building up to WrestleMania. And I got news for that, talking about WrestleMania. If you're a really wrestling fan, of this Monday, daily, we're going to talk about a match of WrestleMania. So we're starting probably on Monday with the main eventer, and we're going to talk about it, analyze it, who has the best paper, why does he have the best paper. So all coming you that on JJA Live Tube here on YouTube, youtube.com/JJA Live Tube. All right, if you're new on this, if you see this video, this is the first time ever tune in. I always like it if you subscribe. It means a lot for me. If you do like the video, otherwise, also you can help me share it. Like the video, that always appreciated. Share it with your friends. So if you're watching this show right now, and you're watching a bunch of friends, everybody in this room, you're watching that. Stop eating out your nose. Yes, there you. Yeah, I saw you hiding, and you went in your book and in your nose. Yes, I saw you there. That's disgusting, Ew. Anyway, even you, if you come home, you go to youtube.com/JJA Live Tube, and you subscribe to our channel, all right? Will you please do that? Because then every Saturday evening you can tune in here live and see this great, wonderful show, the JJA Show. And I'm working on it to have a little panel going, so I'm still working on that. Everybody's not that quick about it, but it will come. Our channel is still growing. Give us a little bit of time to build up, and I hope you really can help me out with that matter. Anyway, yeah, you know what, I'm getting also a little bit tired of this. Actually, I have to get a little bit something off my mind. It's that I was watching a lot of YouTube, before the voting in Holland. And I was about talking about, oh, PVV is so great and everybody, he should win because this and that and that. The party of Geert Wilders. And then after the vote, because he only went on 5, and they say it's a loss, but technically he won 5 seats. So for me, Is it just me? Is that the win or not? I think so, this isn't it? But anyway, they say, oh, you guys. And everybody's bitching about Geert Wilders Sunday. And everybody say, oh, this and that. And there comes talk about then the party Denk. Now, Kuzu. Let's talk about his action. He created over social media a lot of trolls account, people starting bitching about if they were voting to another party, harass them, annihilate them, trying to report them, or everything. You were not allowed to have your own voice, your own thoughts, who you want to vote. And they suddenly got 3 seats. But, do you really want this kind of party in the government? Plus, they're representing the Turkians. But Holland is not Turkey. I know that Turkey wants to have Holland. I know we've already been talking about it. I guess I slipped from my mind. I just have something, By the way, we also have to talk a little bit about Arsenal. I could understand the guy went out on to lost against Bayern Munich. I do. Bayern Munich is a great team. No harm to lose. Okay, it's a little bit big numbers, but the problem I had is now, because now this afternoon he lost again against West Bromwich 3-1. Now, don't get me wrong, and I don't say West Bromwich is a terrible team, but compared to Arsenal, compared to the talent they have, what is wrong with Wenger? Is he just now? I mean, he's been there for 21 years, I think, 21 years. It's the most terrible season I think he ever had with Arsenal. Is he just tired? Is he just giving up? And sometimes I wonder, is it actually Wenger? Because 9 out of 10 times, always you blame the coach, right? Or the manager or the trainer, whatever you want to call it. But if you look at it with Arsenal today, I mean, with the talent they have walking, I think it's sometimes the players itself. And, isn't you should go after the players or something? That's just my fault. I don't know about you guys, but I feel sometimes a little bit sorry for Arsenal Wenger. Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah. It was also the week of partition, by the way, and I start to think about it. If you can remember, there was a petition going from fans from Paris Saint-Germain start petition to get the match between just my legs, people between Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain, because they thought the ref has been a little bit on Barcelona's side and gave easy penalties to them, while they also from PSG should have actually done it. I can understand where they come from, but as I told you before, I really doubt it. I really would doubt it if they would give that petition, granted that petition. But why? I hooked that also, I think, on the aftermath before, because if you have to do this, you have to give one extra match. In the short time, the teams are free. Everything will push on the side. From this to that has moved to there, and that has moved to there. The Spanish league as well as the French league are actually very much booked. I think Paris for France has 20 teams, and the Spanish, the La Liga, has 22 teams. The French even have two cups, Coupe de League and the normal cup. And the Spanish league has also maybe one cup, but they have to do always return matches in the cup. It's over 2 matches every round. So you will never get time for that. And I know it hurts. I know it sucks. But trust me, don't you think that also um, when it comes to the end that the guy, that ref, will get much more matches in the Champions League than you dream. Trust me. UEFA know that he fucked up. Trust me. I really doubt it if you will see him definitely this season still in the Champions League. Or for that matter next season. Yeah, maybe he's doing um, just give a name. Um, Slovan Bratislava against Jalonek or something. Just saying. And not saying anything bad about teams, but it's nothing, like, Barcelona, Juventus, or Bayern München, Real Madrid. And then that matter, you have to see to yourself, yeah, he will get punched for it. But I know it sucks. I really do. And I feel sorry for you guys. I really do. Because the guy was a little bit, yeah, I don't, these penalties are always the discussion points. And then you know that Barcelona has the people and the players to shoot in a perfect penalty. They have that talent. So, and that you always have to think about that way, think about, you know what I'm saying? So, in that matter, yeah. And yeah. So anyway, I'm still wearing these glasses. If you noticed, there's something nice about the glasses. And I'm going to quickly take them off and show you with this. Here, I'm waiting for this one. Here, this one. So hold on. Here, because what is going on? I can put a memory card in. I have a memory card here with reader, but the problem is with this one, it's too big. So I had to order a new one in TF. So it can fit in, and I can start recording with these glasses. I can start making movie recordings, actually. So I can have this up and walking through the city, and everybody thinks I'm walking with these cool sunglasses. I'm just recording with them. Just saying. Anything else I have to talk about, actually? Not much. I have 6 minutes still left, so yeah. Well, what do I else have planned for this week? Well, not really the biggest, I think. Just keeping low profile, keep to my obligations, and working, of course, on JJA Sports Studio, doing daily news. We're coming, of course, every day with a daily news show from the pitch, daily football news. That's always around noon, maybe sometimes a little bit later. That depends a little bit how am I booked and stuff. And then also then of course on the evenings around 6, 7, you can see a show for Rumbling Wrestling. If you have noticed, by the way, I got a lot of questions actually about that in my mailbox. What happened to the intros? They'll soon be back. Okay, we're working new intros. What happened due to the failure of the computer and stuff is that it also they had to what happened to the computer was the whole motherboard was burned off, and due to that they had to reset my hard drive. So I lost totally everything. And I thought, well, it's laying on my cloud drive, and apparently somehow it didn't go on my cloud drive. So I'm still looking into what happened there. So give us a little bit, a few minutes, then we'll be working on new updates and everything. And so we really have to do a little bit old school, but in the future we're going to put a little bit more music into background running, you know, when I'm talking about football and wrestling news. So we're really working on to tune up a little bit the shows to make it more, you know, relaxing. That is the future. And the future is now, friends. You know, guys, I'll be honest. I'm looking into it to actually go once, actually, maybe not this year, or maybe next year, to go to New York. And why do I do that? Because nowadays you can. Norwegian has said for €79 one way to go to New York. I mean, and in New York is of course SummerSlam. So if I'm being a little bit lucky, I'm maybe thinking about to go there to see the show. If we do, we of course building a lot around at the time with JJA Sport, and of course this channel around that. But I'll get to back. That is in the near future, and yeah, who knows? So now, anyway, guys, I don't have actually so much to talk about anymore. I'm a little bit actually through my bits, and that's wrong to say. My subjects. All right, and I go throw little plugs. Don't forget to check out JD on jjasportstudio.com for the latest sports news. You can follow us on GTA's, you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/GTA Sports Studio. If you're really a football fan, go to facebook.com/groups GTA The Pitch. That is the football community side of GTA from JJA Sports Studio. For the wrestling people, there's also now a wrestling community that it's not so big yet. So please, I'm asking everybody to join on facebook.com/groups/rumbling wrestling. So check out on that. Everything is free to join. You can have your opinion. If you want to have a post it. You're free to do that. Everything. If you are on Twitter, you go to twitter.com/GTA Sport Studio. So, or you want to tweet us to @GTA Sport Studio. That's it. If you're on YouTube, youtube.com/GTA Live Tube. Google Plus is a little bit difficult, guys, people, because we don't have still so much followers we can make a short link. That we're very close to. So if you can find us on Google Plus, if you're seeing the show, please follow us. You really can help us majorly out, and then we can start also doing more with Google Plus for that matter. Yeah, and actually I have nothing more to tell you. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you for watching the JJA Sports the JJA Show. And of course, the JJA Show will be back next week. I'm going to look back on this coming week, what's going to happen. I'm wondering, you know, always curious, what is going to happen next week? You know, what I'm going to talk about next week. Is there anything exciting going on in this world? That I'm always curious about. I'm always curious about your opinions. They're always welcome. If you want to comment about what we talked about, put in the comment box. If you like this video, please like it. If you have any topics for this coming week, and you see it somewhere in this week, and for next show, always put them in the comment box here. Oh, your topics are more than welcome. It's very important for me, because it is your show. It's not my show. I know it's called the JJA Show, but it is your show. So do that. If you have a question to me, also do that. Do it in the comment box. No, I'm not answering personal questions, so if you can forget that, I just directly ignore. If you have something, hey, did you think that this personality did this. Is that right? What do you think about blah blah blah? These kind of things. You know what I mean? And we can talk about everything here. We can talk about football. We can talk about wrestling. We can talk about tennis. We can talk about politics, entertainment. You name it, it is, as I said to you, your show. Thank you for watching. My name is Jan-Jaap Abbink, reporting for JJA Sports Studio SF and in JJA Live Tube. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with the JJA Show, as I said, next week. And otherwise, tomorrow, we have 2 shows, the pitch and Roman nursing. Have a great evening. See you soon. Have a great Saturday evening if you go out and you have a drink or two. If you're having a drink, please take a taxi home or take the bus. Be careful. Don't drive home. Don't do anything stupid. Otherwise, if you have a nice evening for the telly, do that. I hope you have a great time. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right? Take care. My name is Jan-Jaap Abbink. Wishing you well. And ciao.